taking the detour over here a bit. I wouldn't say detour, but taking our topic on the next level as well, because there are most men out there who has this a lot of guilt, I would say. Obviously there are women out there as well, okay, who are working really hard. Like some of them are even working in the corporates where they are working like it's not 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, but it's 9 to 9 and 9 to 12 at night as well. And during this period, any corporate employee who is working is always in guilt that, damn, I'm not able to give time to my family, right? And this happens for both the gender, I would say, regardless of men or women. I mentioned men before, but this happens to both, whoever works in the corporate industry. So for them, what would you suggest if there is a work life blending, okay, I would say, or if there is something which they have to let go, okay, sometimes for work and sometimes for family? What would you suggest to them? Because most of the times, okay, like if there is an important project, they have to work on weekends as well. So that is something which really kills them. It has been killing me as well. Few days back where I was working on an important project. So what suggestion would you like to give to those corporate employees who are working really hard to just survive, and so that their family can eat 2 meals in a day?
I completely understand where you're coming from, and it's not easy when you have to put in those long hours. 100% not easy. I completely relate to that pain. But also, I think when we are going through that pain, we need to realize why we're going through it, why it's important to go through it, right? Success is not easy. It's definitely not easy. It's a ladder that we climb one by one. When you've started a business or you're at a job, you're not going to become the CEO of a company on day one. This
Right.
is the hard work that you need to put in. At the same time, if you have a guilt, oh, that you're not spending enough time with your parents don't actually need hours of your time. They
Hmm.
truly need those 2 minutes of your undivided attention, and that's all that they need. Your kids don't need you all the time. At least older kids don't need you all the time. They just need to feel that they're being heard and listened to, and that
Hmm.
literally takes minutes or seconds. It does not take that much that much amount of time per se.
Hmm.
So if you're really busy at work, what I would suggest is take out that quality time, like a
Hmm.
2 minute phone call to your mother, a 2 minute phone call to your partner, or just to let them know how much you appreciate them and how much you love them and how much you love the fact that they're understanding your needs of being busy at your work right now.
Hmm.
And I think appreciating them rather than expecting them to appreciate you, oh, that you're working so hard for us. No, you appreciating them that, thank you so much for understanding that I need to
Hmm.
prioritize my work. So I think you have given their feelings respect, where
Hmm.
at the same time, you are letting go of your guilt of not having spent time with them. So I
Wow.
think understanding that, and I think in the same way, if the relationship is just with yourself, if you think you're not spending enough time with yourself and you need to do something for yourself, literally something that makes you happy, do that even for 10 minutes.
Hmm.
You don't have to do something for an hour. It whatever makes you happy, like working out or reading or listening to music or watching something or playing an instrument, whatever makes you happy. All you need to do is do it for those 10 to 15 minutes, but do it dedicatedly without any disturbances.
Wow.
And the happiness that that's going to give you will really last. And though, see, everybody needs to work hard, and there
Right.
is no other road to success without hard work, right? But
Right.
also know that that hard work is not every day. It's not going to be that, oh, I'm going to be working all weekends for the next 30 years of my life. Firstly, if you are doing that, then so
Hmm.
then you need to change. Something needs to get, you need to
Right.
change your either your profession or the way you work. But of course, in the beginning of your career, you'll have to work hard. That's a given.
Wow, that's a fantabulous answer, Priya, because I was, I'm smiling right now as well, while listening to you. The reason for that is I completely relate with it, because the moment you said that do something for yourself which makes you happy, and from past, I would say a month, I wasn't recording a podcast, and today is the first podcast after a month. Okay. So, that itself makes me really happy. And, actually recognizing that after you said it is completely a
You're
different
a
feeling.
natural at it.
Ah,
You're a natural with the podcast. You need to keep doing it.
I know, but sometimes I just forget. I'm
Yeah.
I'm 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 so sorry. I just get, overwhelmed sometimes. Anyways, going ahead, this is something which I wanted to ask, but it's quite a sensitive topic over here, which I'm going to take. And that topic is something, you being a woman entrepreneur, okay, being financial independent.
Mm.
Okay, I feel this is a right question. You are the right person to ask this question as well. Okay, when there is a saying between genders, I would say, and now I'm actually getting into that,
Mm.
that most of the people are saying nowadays that his money is our money, but my money is my money, or her money is her money, right?
Mm.
What would you like to say about that? Like, you are married, you have two kids, you are financially independent now, you have your own business.
Mm.
What would you like to say about this statement, which nowadays is really populated?
First and foremost, I would want to address that there's a big taboo of women talking about money.
Hmm.
A lot of people are not comfortable with women discussing and wanting to earn money. I know scenarios are changing, but even now, it's not normal for women to talk money.
Right.
Okay. And they might, people are okay till they talk about it to a certain extent, but they can't be talking about hardcore money, right?
Hmm.
It makes people uncomfortable. So that's the elephant in the room that I want to address. And when people say that, there is a difference between a man and a woman, and the difference is this, that when you have a son, you expect him to earn. He has
Hmm.
no option but to earn money for you,
Right.
right? A
Hmm.
woman has no such expectations given to her. She might want to earn, mostly. I'm not saying this is not a standard norm for all societies.
Right.
And of course, times are really changing and everybody is out there today. But even then, it's not a norm for a woman to earn,
Right. Hmm.
which is why the little money that she has is her savings,
Hmm.
right? Or
Hmm.
is something that has been given to her as a protection for herself. So, of course, that money is her money, right?
Hmm.
And if she's not financially independent and only her husband is working, then of course his money is her money too, which is why the saying comes in. But I really and truly believe that women need to be financially independent, not just have some savings and not just if they don't want to be actively. I'm not judging housewives at all and saying that, oh no, everybody needs to be out there in the workforce.
Right.
You might not want to be completely working and earning your own money, then generate a passive income
Hmm.
wherein you don't have to go out there every day and work, but you have an income stream coming in, may it be from the stock market or from rent or from any other aspect. There are many avenues today from where you can generate a passive income,
Hmm.
but a woman needs to have an income that is coming directly to her.
Right.
And why I feel that is very important is I've seen so many friends stuck in relationships which they don't want, which I feel they wouldn't have been in if they were financially independent. If
Hmm.
they had, because they feel that they cannot afford a certain lifestyle on their own, they continue sticking with a man who's not good for them, but then is
Right.
providing them that lifestyle.
Hmm.
And I think women, and a lot of women after they get married, for some reason, they lose that self confidence that they'll be able to provide for themselves, or at least, or
Hmm.
they'll be able to provide for themselves the manner in which they used to living.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I think what really the paradigm shift that needs to come in into society is today that I know we have these big lavish weddings and all of that. In spite of everything, women need to be taught that you need to be financially independent. There has to be an active and a passive income, whatever has to be coming in for the woman too,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
It is the duty of the girl's father and the girl's father and the mother to make sure that she understands the need for this. It is the
Hmm.
woman's job to make sure that she's doing it. And then
Hmm.
it is the husband's job in the future to make sure that he protects and promotes that. Even if you have a husband or parents who don't understand this whole concept, I feel
Hmm.
women wake up, you understand it. Please
Hmm.
don't put this blame on, oh, my husband doesn't get it, or my father doesn't get it, or my mother doesn't get it. Doesn't matter who gets it or who doesn't get it. Wake up, find a way,
Hmm.
and go do this for yourself. It's
Hmm.
going to be life changing. I was never told when I started work. I was like, oh, बहुत अच्छा काम करती है, टाइम पास अच्छा हो जाता होगा. And I'm like,
Hmm.
मैं टाइम पास के लिए काम नहीं कर रही हूँ, मुझे टाइम ही पास
Of
करना
course.
है. तो बहुत पैशंस हैं जिसके साथ मैं अपना टाइम पास कर सकती हूँ.
Hmm.
I'm actually working to earn money.
Hmm.
And people weren't comfortable when I said that I'm working to earn money. They're like, okay, why do you uh, it was it's not something I can say openly. When a man says, oh, I work to earn money, he's applauded on. But I think if a woman says, I work to earn money, she's
Hmm.
not looked upon in the same way. So I think that shift needs to come in.
Hmm.
And that shift will only come in when women start seeing themselves that way. I feel
Right.
it's not men who are victimizing women most of the time. I think it's women who are victimizing themselves.
Hmm. True. That's wonderfully said. But I think that was a fantabulous answer. Like, women's are not taught to earn money, and that's the reason somewhere it is said that her money is her money. But for a person like
Mm.
you, okay, who is now financially independent,
Mm.
what would you do in such a situation
Mm.
where there is would you share equal opportunity with your husband, with equal responsibility with your husband, to actually contribute to the family survival and family's needs? Or you would say that, like, my money is my money and I would like to, keep it for my savings? What would you like to say about that?
So I truly believe that when women are talking about feminism now and it's become a big topic, and that
Hmm.
women need to be given equal opportunities, that's what is being said. I
Right.
completely agree, women need to be given equal opportunities, but I think it's very, very important that women take on equal responsibilities
Wow.
along with the equal opportunities. It's just not about the opportunities that's being given to them, it's about how much they're also willing to take on, right?
Hmm.
So I do contribute equally to the
Hmm.
financial system. I don't believe that my money is my money and his money is also my money. No,
Of course.
it's
Yeah.
our money, my money, and as much as his money is my money is also now his money.
Hmm.
We're an equal unit that comes in together. So it's a joint effort now that we do, maybe towards our children's education or to our family life or towards business. Everything is a combined effort by both of us.